welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing my current brow routine with you guys. I have not done a brow routine in a couple years, I want to say, and I feel like it's changed quite a bit. I used to be super into the pomade. That was like my last brow video, I want to say, and lately I haven't been into the pomade much. I actually have been switching it up for a while now, and I have been gravitating more towards the like super skinny brow pencil. I feel like every single known makeup brand has come out with something very similar to it. It definitely kicked off with Anastasia and her brow pencil, and then everyone just started making, I want to say, dupes of it, but I ain't mad because I got this for pretty affordable. I want to say it was like less than $5, $6, something like that. I purchased this at one of those Asian beauty supply stores. I love going to those. Cannot go wrong with them. I'm just saying, you can find good stuff, and then you can find like other brands that you haven't seen in store. They usually have all of that there too. This one is, I want to say, by the brand Brow Beauty. It says Brow Beauty Italia. I don't know. That's all I know. It just says Brow Beauty Microblading Effect Pencil, waterproof and long wear. And yeah, I got this, and then I also have been using the Ardell Brow Building Fiber Gel. This is amazing. I love the way it looks on my brows, and this one is in soft black. And then to clean up my brows, I have been cleaning them up with the Maybelline Master Camo Concealer palette, which has like 6 concealers in it. Do not mind my nails, they are disgusting. Recently have been taking up rock climbing. Every time I paint them, they end up looking like this because the rocks always chip my nails. I literally just painted these, and now they look like this after 2 days of rock climbing. So please do not mind my nails. I'm working on it, but when I work on it, I end up getting them chipped anyways. It's a vicious cycle for me at the moment. So yeah, without further ado, if you guys are interested in seeing how I do my brow routine, super simple, super easy, super inexpensive, then just keep watching. Let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I have my eye makeup already completely done for the most part. I'm just missing some brow highlight on my brow bone, which obviously I'm gonna put in after I fill in my brows. First things first, I'm going in with this Ardell Brow Building Fiber Gel, and this is tinted, which I do like. If you look very closely, it does have these fibers attached to the spoolie, and that also helps adhere with the gel to your brow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start brushing that right towards the middle of my brow, and then bringing it down, filling in any of those sparse areas. As I start to kind of fill all of those sparse areas in, I start bringing the gel towards the end of the brow, filling that in as well. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just like the way that it makes the process of filling in your brow much quicker than just using like the brow pencil on its own. I love the way it brushes out my natural brow hairs to begin with, and yeah, I'm just super digging tinted brow gel. Pretty much anything would work as long as you find something that matches your brow shade for sure. Like I said, I am starting from the middle of the brow, brushing back. You don't want to go too much in the front. I don't like it because I like that more faded gradient ombre look with the brows still, so I just kind of leave that bare, and I use my brow pencil to fill that front part in for the most part. Now going in with a brow pencil. This one I found at an Asian beauty store. This is by the brand Brow Beauty. It does have a spoolie on one end and the brow pencil on the other. It's like that super skinny brow look, which I do like the precision of these brow pencils, and this one is in the shade black brown, but of course you could use whatever you want, whatever brow pencil you have. I'm going to start right at the beginning of my brow and just slowly start outlining my brow shape, creating my brow shape. As you can see, I do have to create a tail. Very, very light strokes we're doing here. And then I'm going to start at the top of my brow, kind of where I started at first, at the bottom in this like general area. I don't go too forward first. I like to draw in and outline that shape as much as possible, creating an arc to my brow, and then And then slowly bringing down that arc and connecting the brow tail. And then we're going to start filling the brow in. Since we've pretty much went in and filled the brow in with the brow gel, you don't have to do too much work here, but this will definitely help blend everything together just by filling it in. I just start from the back, work my way up to the front, and when I get about this area where I kind of just haven't filled in, I'm going to start flicking up small hair-like motions, and we're just going to do it as light as possible. The more you get to the beginning of the brow, you don't want to go too heavy on the pressure. So we're just going to do super light strokes. And then just kind of let it all blend together. You can see that it has almost connected that brow area right there that we kind of filled in. That is what it's going to look like so far. I'm going to go ahead and do this other side for you just so you guys can see. And I do have a problem with my brows. So I do notice, like, when I do fill them in, my brows look pretty even for the most part. But one brow I have like more brow hair on this side, like it's not evened up. I want to just like mention it's not pretty even when I do draw this one. For my brow, like the bottom part is like a centimeter higher on this brow, so when I fill it in, it kind of looks like stacked, like almost uneven. It's super slight. It's not that noticeable unless you fill them in like very noticeably higher than the other. Then you'll be able to see. But for me, how I even that out is I fill the lower one very close to the brow line, and then I'll have to bring this brow down just a little bit when I fill it, just so it kind of evens up and you won't notice that one brow is kind of slightly higher than the other. I hope I'm making sense here. But that's what I have to do because my brows are not even at all. 3 years of plucking, over plucking, shaving my brows, doing all of that throughout my whole brow life. It's seen some bad days. So with that being said, I'm just going to pretty much do the same thing on this end and try to get it as even as possible when it comes to making sure these line up. Now that I filled in my brows, you can see where I drew a little bit more brow underneath, just so it kind of evens out on both ends. I'm going to go ahead and grab my spoolie and brush the front part up just a tad, just so it all starts to blend together, and then brushing my brows in the direction that they are going. So you can see that my brows are falling down, so I'm just brushing it that way and just blending the brow together. And if you are seeing any bald spots, just go back in with your pencil, kind of like lightly fill in. You're not going too heavy on the hand with the pencil. Once that is complete, you can leave it as is, but I like to turn it up a notch and always have to clean up the brow. Going with my Luxie brush, this is the Flat Definer brush. This is great for cleaning up the brows, and then for the concealer that we're going to clean up with is going to be the Master Camo Maybelline New York concealer. This is in the shade medium, which I like because I can pretty much use all of these shades. I use these two to clean up my brow. I'll start on this brow, and we are just going to clean up the edges of the brow. I do like doing my brows before my eyes, but for the purpose of the video, I just decided to get my eyes out of the way first. Concealer's kind of getting in the way, but it's alright. I'm not doing anything special today. If you need to clean up the middle just a tad, straighten out that line, then definitely go for it with your brush and clean all of that up. So now you can see the difference between this brow versus this one. It's a lot cleaner. It's the look. It looks good. So we're just going to go ahead and do the other side. Don't be afraid to use your finger to like blend out that concealer, just so it helps from the harshness of it. You do not want the concealer to look super harsh on the face when you're cleaning the brow. Blending is definitely key as well for that. Both my brows are pretty much done, and that is it. That is my whole brow tutorial. Super easy. I don't go all out with the dip pomade as much anymore. I've just kind of been playing with a few different products, and the pencil for sure, and the brow gel has just been my go-to lately, and I've been loving the look of how they make my brows stand out, and it just looks good. Natural look or full beat like this. I'm going to go ahead and blend out my shadow just a little bit, put some highlight, and then I will be back. I touched up my eye look, and I just kind of did a thing with my hair. I haven't curled it in a while, so I was like, you know what, let's curl it today. But here is the whole brow look and the whole brow tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I do as my recent brow look. Not super fancy. It's very simple, and it gets it done, and I'm actually digging it. I do like it. So yeah, I guess that's everything for this video. Like this video if you found it helpful, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll also list my Twitter, my Facebook page, my Instagram, and my vlogging channel around here, and everything will be listed down below as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.